All right, so first I'm gonna say good afternoon to all those who may come through and watch this video. Let me try to crack this door because I'm gonna be loud. I feel it. I feel like I'm gonna get I'm in the bedroom because my baby is in the living room asleep, and I'm trying to just say something. So I don't know if you guys can see the description box of this live, the way that I was led to entitle it. It says the divine feminine. No, it says major shifts for women and for the divine femme. So that's what this topic of discussion is going to be about. And I'm just getting ready to smudge really quick. All right. So, all right, I'm not going to stay on here very long, of course, unless somebody comes on and they talk with me, you know, all that good stuff. If y'all talk to me, then I'll be here for a little bit. But if not, I'll say what I have to say, what I feel like Spirit is telling me to say, and then I'm just going to hop off. So, the first thing that I want to talk about to preface the video is I've been doing a lot of readings, general readings here and there, like on my YouTube channel. And in these past few weeks, what keeps coming out in the storyline is that a lot of women are about to receive kind of like a big payday. And I don't feel like this is just money. I feel like this is resources. I feel like it's money. I feel like it's land. I feel like it is respect. It is recognition. It's honor, stuff like that. Okay. So y'all, for those who already know me, you know that I may go back and forth into different accents and shit, but that's just because this is fun to me and it's entertaining, but I have something to say. I feel like not only is this going to affect women, but it's also it's affecting the divine feminine energy that is already at work in this world. Now, usually that comes through women, but it can also deal with men too. So don't think that this is just about women, although in a major way, it is. It very much so is. I feel like women have been, I mean, damn, for lack of a better term, with this society and the way that it has been set up, we've been oppressed in a lot of different ways. Even though we still rise, even though we still we still do shit, you know, we still have managed to continue to climb and make strides in getting recognition and getting respect and getting honor. And I'm not necessarily talking about just in the workforce or whatever. I'm talking about like in everything, especially spirituality. But I feel the need to say that within religions, not all of them. There are some that they have always held the woman in high esteem. There are some that have always held the feminine energy and divine feminine energy, for that matter, in a respectful manner. Okay. Now, those religious practices or those faiths, those are considered new age, or those are considered pagan. But when it comes to Christianity and some of the other world religions that dominate, the woman and the feminine energy has been greatly, greatly oppressed or absolutely removed altogether, period. And so as a direct result of that, you've got people who flock to these doctrines and they flock to these faiths, right? And there is a disregard and a disrespect for women. Now, we also live in a society where, and this is not for all men, because this is not what I'm saying, but there are a lot of men, unfortunately, who actually hate women. They hate the woman, or they love to hate the woman. It's like, or there's a love-hate relationship with the woman. And of course, you could say the same thing for men, but for women when it comes to men, but that's not what I'm talking about right now, because it's not at this point what I'm discussing. What I'm discussing is the great disdain for women erasing the energy of women altogether out of religious practices. When you go and read the Bible, there are plenty of women within the Bible that are more than just mothers, even though that is a very important role. I would never diminish that role. But there are women who did big things in the Bible. There are priestesses in the Bible that for for purposes of reframing society were absolutely taken out when it was time to decide, okay, what books are going to stay in the Bible, who we going to talk about, who we going to set up. You know what I mean? That was all reshaped. And the society that we have now, it is without the woman. It is without the divine feminine. When you read the Bible, the Holy Spirit is most notably, like everybody in the Bible is masculine or male. I'm not going to say masculine, but they are male. And I'm talking about anybody of prominence and of position. And when we did find out about a woman, it was like a big ass deal. Okay. But I remember doing a study specifically on women in the Bible, and it was so much more. Hi, Tahira. She said, I'm gonna share for later since I never see you anymore. I understand. I had stopped going live on here for a little while, and I'm gonna be doing this here. You make me think of something. I'm gonna do this on here, but I do plan to talk about the Hebrew Israelite, some of the doctrines of the Hebrew Israelites as it pertains to women. But I'm gonna do that on my other page. So if you're not already connected to the other page, which is the Pretty Coach, I would suggest you go follow it and like that page too. That way, when I go live over there, you guys will get the notification and stuff like that. But I don't want to go too long on a tangent. So the divine feminine has undergone a lot of scrutiny, and also, like I said, being erased. So with that being said, in the tarot and oracle card readings I have been doing, it's been showing that the divine feminine is about to come up in such a major way. Also, women coming up in a major way. I feel like there's legit going to be a transfer of wealth, and therefore, and not therefore, but wealth, resources, but also authority back to women, because it used to be there in the first place. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't believe that women are, I'm not sure what I believe totally, but as of now, as it stands today, I believe that men and women are supposed to coexist and rule together. But I think it's supposed to be the woman who is a spiritual leader, who is a spiritual conduit. Not to say that the men are not, but in the when there was a division in the physical and the body and stuff like that, I feel that women are the ones who are equipped with spiritual prowess, whereas the men are equipped with more of the physical prowess. So if you combine them together in the physical, the woman is actually the leader when it comes to spiritual matters, and the man is the leader when it comes to basically carrying out the will, not of the woman, but the will of spirit. Now, that is Judai's understanding. That in no way dictates how you who are watching or those who may come across should understand anything. But I'm just saying, hey, it's something to consider. It's something to consider. This is the reason that women are the ones who used to flock to the church anyways. It's also the reason, if you ask me, why women are, even if they leave church, they're still seeking something, because they understand there is a connection, that there is something higher. Okay, there is always intuition. There is wisdom. Women also desire knowledge. We absolutely love and adore knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with obtaining it, except for if you don't have wisdom and you don't have understanding. Wisdom to me is defined as the proper application of knowledge. Moving on. I'm sitting here and I pulled two cards, two different replicas of the card, and it's the High Priestess. This to me is divine feminine energy. It's not the only version or archetype, but it is a major one. The High Priestess, that's what divine feminine energy is all about. Okay. This is another rendition of it. It's 2 towers. But even more than that, I did want to talk about briefly when we learn about any type of religious practice or any faith, hey Kevin, it says it's true though, wisdom, understanding, and discernment. Yeah, and a lot of times, okay, even in the Bible, a lot of times you rarely ever notice women being spoken to in the Bible. And I'm saying we're being given instructions. Now men had to be given instructions and shit. But a lot of the times it was a woman who was giving the instruction. It doesn't mean that women didn't get taught and all that kind of stuff, but it's some stuff that I feel like women innately have. Women innately have this shit. And people can get upset or they can get mad or whatever. That's your prerogative. But I feel like let's just observe society. Let's observe men and women when it comes to a lot of different things. Women tend to mature faster. Women tend to take things a whole lot more seriously, quicker than guys do. You understand what I'm saying? But anyways, a lot of times you didn't see women getting talked to in the Bible. And it's, in my opinion, from what I see, it's because they themselves were the fucking teachers. A lot of these men, a lot of the books of the Bible, they are instructions from a mother to a son. And although sometimes there are instructions from a father to a son. But all that does to me is really point to, my baby's getting ready to come back up in here. I hear her crying. All that points to me is the fact that there is a need for both the masculine, or for the man and the woman, the feminine energy, to coexist together and to rule together. But when it comes to spiritual things, it just does not show me where women had to be given instruction like that. They did get it, but they got it a lot of times because of intuition, because of the Holy Spirit of wisdom that tend to dwell within them, period. A lot of times it was men who had to be told, get your shit together, or it was men who had to be told, hey, this is the way that you should and should not do something. Because it seems a natural inclination for them to do shit in whatever way that they want, and it sometimes fucks shit up. And you see that in the Bible over and over and over again. And it was like when they fuck shit up, they then fuck things up for the woman. That's where we are now. For real, even in society, that is where we are now. Matriarchs are not the ones leading anymore. Men are no longer carrying out the will of spirit through the matriarchy. They're not protecting women anymore. And so with that being said, now we have a whole lot of hatred, a whole lot of killing, a whole lot of mistreatment, and just, oh my God, of women. Now, don't ever get it twisted. There are rotten ass women, evil ass women in this world. I'm not suggesting that there is not. Because we all know that in the spirit, there is no gender. They both coexist, usually supposedly in balance. They coexist there. It's not that neither one exists. It's that they both do at the same time in the spirit. But when we're in this world, there is a physical body that we take on that has characteristics of one or the other, male or female. And then you have a spirit that indwells within you that is either feminine, like dominated, controlled, exhibits more of the feminine attributes, or it is going to exhibit more of the masculine attributes. Feminine attributes has everything to do with being receptive to spirit, and to energy. Now, because spirit can indwell in men and women, this means that we can be receptive to both men and women. You pay attention to people's energy. You can feel people's energy. They are the ones who are tapped into the knowledge of creation and of source. They are quiet. They are introverted. Everything that they do, it's focusing on their inner being. That's feminine energy. And that's only a few attributes of feminine energy. They are nurturing. They are receivers and shit like that. Now you cross over to masculine energy. Masculine energy is decisive. They are methodical. They're trying to plan some shit. They're extroverted, meaning they're about showing the world something or showing what they can do. You understand what I'm trying to say? They have to showcase outwardly something. Yeah? So both men and women have both already indwelling within them. It's just one is stronger and dominant and the other is not. One needs to be developed a bit more. So when it came to, in my opinion, religious beliefs in the Bible and shit like that, maybe this shit was written to men because men needed to develop their spiritual shit a little bit more. while women were, we innately got that shit. So we were the teachers. Or we didn't have to be taught that. Hey, Pookie. Hey, mama. Why are you so cute? So anyways, all I'm trying to say, all in all, is that roles are going to be reversed. Like the way that this society has been going, all that shit is going to be crumbled. I know that it looks like they're passing laws that's going to make it hard for women to do shit, hard for women to do A, B, C, and D and all that kind of stuff. That shit, I'm not going to say that it's not going to happen and that's not going to fly. But because of that, there's going to be a lot of things restored to order as it pertains to women. They're going to get a lot of wealth. There's going to be an increase, if you ask me, of female entrepreneurship. Not that it's not already at an all-time high, but it's going to be more. It's about to be more. Not only that, women are going to be acquiring land because of the money and the wealth that they have, or some of their wealth is going to be gotten or amassed through things like real estate and other types of very important resources. I can't even think of other shit, but money, land, divine connections. You're going to see a lot more women linking up together, pooling their motherfucking resources together. Yeah. You're about to see a whole onslaught of that. Hey, Pookie, you want to come up here with mommy? Yes, you do. Come on. Hey, mama, pretty girl. You're about to see a lot of women, both in their feminine energy and their masculine energy. That's what you're about to see. Kevin Atkins says, oh, I already read that. Tahira says, just said this yesterday, the man was given the law. Yeah, and it's crazy because they think that it's a good thing that they were given the law. But technically, it's not good. It's like, y'all motherfucking ass didn't remember what you was taught in the school up there. So when y'all black ass was dispatched and you got down here and you started fucking up, y'all had to get the rules all over again. That's what that's like. So it's not really a good thing. It's just, it's not necessarily bad either, but it's just, ooh, you didn't pass on your own merit. You didn't pass because you remembered and you held this within yourself and you move according to that. Your ass had to get the rules handed to you all over again because you were fucking up in massive ways. Like, none of this stuff that's happening now, like sex trafficking and women just being degraded and shit. None of that shit is new. That shit was going on back in the day. It was going on shit within the fucking priesthood. And I'm just talking about anybody who know about that. I'm not the spiritual person for everyone because I came from that. And when I say I came from it, I should actually say I was passing through. Because what I actually came from was Christianity. But before, that was just because that was something my parents taught me. That was what my parents got taught, so they taught it to me. Thank God, the buck stops here. The buck stops here. But before that, I went over into Hebrew doctrines, but it was because I was already seeking the Most High myself. I already felt like there should be ways that we are... Oh, mommy... you about to have me boo? I can't do this. So this finna mean I'm gonna have to get off then because daddy said don't be breastfeeding you on live no more. So, okay guys, so I'm gonna have to get off of here. But all I wanted to say for sure is that baby, people gonna have to vacate homes and shit. Like, go check out my YouTube, guys. I have a few readings that I just recently did that really go into depth about what Spirit was sharing about how women are going to start to receive land and money and all that kind of shit. I want to say that the name of that one is called The State of Emergence. And then there's a part 2 to that. And then there's a new reading that I think I have up for today. So I do have that in the description box where you can go and just click on the link in the description box where it should take you directly to my page where my videos are, and you could just go pick whichever one that Spirit tells you, watch that shit, look at it, watch it, and get whatever messages you can from it. But the age of the High Priestess is returning, if you ask me. So you guys are about to see a whole lot of women in leadership positions as well. And that's both on a global and governmental scale, as well as, just in everyday life. And this is just because Shit's been out of order for a really, really long time. Things are going back to the way that they were supposed to be. And that includes having the woman in a leadership position. So either you can get with it or you can get left behind / lost. It's up to you. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a live video, but it's going to be at the Pretty Coach. So please go and follow that page. Now, you guys, I'm going to really go a little bit more in depth about the doctrines of the Hebrew faith. And I'm going to talk from my own personal experiences and the things that I had to learn, baby. How I had to because the spirit of wisdom always been here. It's just sometimes we suppress her to listen to a motherfucker because he was supposed to be in authority. But goddamn it, at the end and the beginning of every day, you are the Most High, live in living color. They dwell already within you. So you don't got to listen to a man. And man, you don't necessarily have to listen to a woman, because I can assure you that there are women who are in leadership positions who also be fucking up, especially if they're operating in a purely masculine energy. I shut up. I shut up now. I rest this time and I'll be back. It may not be today. I would like for it to be today, but it may not be. So I don't want to say that and lie. But just be on the lookout. The next time I go live, it'll be coming from the Pretty Coach page. And this will be a free event where I'm going to just share. And I would love for people to come on. And if you have your own personal experiences with that faith of the Hebrew Israelite or just Hebraic culture and all that shit, whatever, then, and this is no disrespect, I would love for you to come through so you can share your own experiences with that, okay? And maybe how you coped and dealt with it. All right, guys, let me go because baby girl is like, mommy, I want the booby now. So I gotta go. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to create balance and harmony, first within ourselves and then within our world. That's my time for now. I'm going to hop off, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon if we do not see each other again. Yeah. Okay. Bye.